Hey guys, what's up? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 in there real quick and we'll go ahead and get going. It's good to see everybody here. I think E-Rock got the prize, baby. E-Rock got the prize. Kim Possible right behind you. Hey Tasha. Mark, what's up? My Strange Rose, interesting name. The Jet. Hey Don, what's up? Sarah, Flamin', love you, brother. Jennifer, Tinfoil, what's up? Okay, guys, I am going to go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna try to stick to just do the space weather at the beginning. And hey, Raven, what's up? And then we'll go ahead and do if we need to talk and stuff afterwards, we will. I do want to point out one thing before we get going. Okay, Anna, what's up? KY, Blue Eye Girl, what's up? Anyway, so I want to point this out. You guys know that I do not, and I always speak against fear mongering. I got a couple comments yesterday after my video, a couple days, was it yesterday or the day before, about the X100 flare or bigger. That's possible, and really it's more than just possible, guys. Okay, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And I talked about that paper that they had, a study that they had done in a respected journal by respected scientists and physicists. And guys, listen, I didn't just go out and get some random article. Okay, this was something that was very legit, and I brought it to you guys so I could let you guys know that, you know, in the next 30 years there's a 70% chance that an X100 or bigger is going to hit our planet. Okay, I say that in the easiest way that I can. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't take anything away from it. I would not be doing the right thing if I did not tell you guys about stuff like that. Okay? I just want you guys to understand. So, as much as I don't want to fearmonger, I did not fearmonger yesterday or when I did that video. I simply reported what that said. And I hope I kind of made that clear in the comment response and stuff. And I'm not upset. I'm really not. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that that's not what I do here. Matter of fact, I try my best not to. And everybody is 100% welcome on my channel. Okay? That's it. It's simple as that. You can have whatever view you want. You can have whatever opinions you want. If you disrespect people, that's when my mods will step in. Okay? Oh, crap. Man, Major, if you're listening to me, man, I haven't had a chance to go in the back office and fix that. Daggone it. Sorry, Major. I will fix that next live stream. I am sorry. So if you're in here on a different account, let us know. I'm sorry, dude. It just hit me when I said that. I'll go in there and I'll get you back in here. But if you are, I'm not sure if you had a technical issue or whatever. So we're going to get into this, but I just wanted to point that out because I don't do that. And anybody from, we don't bash other channels. Okay? Everybody's welcome here. I love everybody the same. I truly do. All right, so we had a C-8 flare right there. So, yeah, what's up, Rizar? Okay, now, I am putting away the chat, guys. Mods, I trust you. Please do what's right. Okay? I can't have it up or I'll squirrel off. Anyway, we had a C-8 flare right here. It happened, let's see, what time was it? 3, 6, 9, 12... 3, we're right around 1500, maybe a little bit later, 1600 UTC. Might have been 1700. Who knows? But earlier this evening, okay, it almost got the M flare range. And remember, guys, like I said before, the X-ray production is kind of low right now. It's rising because it's actually the baseline's kind of risen about a full A to B, okay. So the baseline is up. So that means whenever anything else flares, even just a little bit, you'll get more X-ray production, and it'll shoot it up towards M or even X sometimes. So, it was a decent sized one, and I'm going to show it to you guys here in just a second. Now, it is right in front of us. It is Earth directed. The flare was, and let me show that to you. Now, before we go do that real quick, though, see the geomagnetism here? We don't have a whole lot going on that end, guys, right now. We are getting some activity, but the activity is actually pretty minimal, okay? We haven't been into magnetic storm levels or anything. We got to like a 4 here on the KP, but things have actually been fairly quiet. Now, I think that that's probably going to change. I ain't going to say 100%. I try not to say 100% on anything because nothing is 100%. Somebody tells you something's 100%, you know, I'm going to tell you 99% probably. But just to clarify, so here is the D region absorption prediction model here. This is going to show this flare hitting. Okay. Well, maybe it's past it. It did. Okay. I should have recorded it. I'm sorry. This happened about an hour before. Actually, this is the back end of that flare. So you can see where it hit. It hit right over top of us over here in the U.S. So if you guys are having any kind of, I don't know, maybe some small little technical issues, communication errors, stuff like that, it's possible. I wouldn't expect to see much of anything from that because it just was not that strong. So, but it was right here. So I just wanted to point that out. That's where the flare hit. And again, you know, that sometimes the smaller ones actually cause more issues. You just never know sometimes. Depends on how, you know, how well our magnetic field and stuff is protecting us. You know, x-rays, they get here really, really quick, and we've talked about that. So let me show you the flare first off, because I'm going to try to do that too. Get to the topic of the thumbnail right at the beginning so you guys don't have to wait around, and hope you guys appreciate that. I am trying, guys. I know I squirrel a lot, but I am trying a lot here. I'm trying my best to stick to what we talk about, and but I do have other things going on that I'm very passionate about, and I think that I can help. A lot of you guys have followed me over to like the lifeboat, and you know, Mark Pires and Ron Taylor, and you know, Emergency Management Associates. Ron, he's doing a really good job over there. He's doing a pretty good live stream earlier. So thank you for trusting me on that. But I do have other things other than space weather that I have a passion about. But this is one of my passions, and I will always do this, just so you guys know. But here's the flare right there. Okay, let me. I'm just gonna. And it, you know, it's not gonna look very impressive. Okay, because there's a couple of reasons why it doesn't look very impressive. The first thing I'm going to say is the sun's the actual background. If this flare had happened over here on the limb, okay, it would have shown up really, really bright because you got black as the background. Now, it still showed up pretty well. And remember, this is on SDO, right out. It's a satellite right out in front of our planet, always looking at the sun. All right, it does a figure 8 pattern over the same area. And you know what? I am going to take the time right now to show you guys that, because this is a hard concept for a lot of people to recognize and to understand. Okay, let me go home. Okay, now if you guys go over here to SDO, Solar Dynamics Observatory, this is the satellite right here. You can go where it says, where is SDO? Just click on it, and it's going to tell you exactly where it's at, and where the Earth is, where the sun's at, what this thing's looking at. But when I say figure 8 pattern, hey Rip, what's up, bud? When I say figure 8 pattern, this is what I'm talking about. This is the motion that this satellite takes. Okay, they do this for multiple different reasons. One of the main reasons is they try to keep it in a position because it's in what's called geosynchronistic orbit. In other words, as we rotate, it's rotating with us at the exact same speed the Earth is. So it stays over this exact area all the time. But, just like in like Lord of the Rings, the eye of the satellite is always facing the sun. So if the Earth is in between the line of sight, between the satellite and the sun, which happens a lot, it's called the eclipse season, you'll get an obstructed view, or a partially obstructed view. And you can kind of see this. So when I say figure 8, this is what I'm talking about. And it always is above this exact area. Okay? So that's how this satellite operates. And they do this figure 8 pattern, like I said. And when they do it with this figure 8, part of the reason is so it can maximize the time it has without trying to catch an eclipse. they're trying to minimize the eclipse part of it. That's why, and there's a lot of other reasons, but that's one of them. So this is what it does. So I hope you guys understood that. I didn't really articulate that probably the best way it could have been, but hopefully this visual helps you understand that. And you can look at these other models they got going on here too, and what it's doing is it's showing you its line of sight. See? It's always rotating. See, here it is from, I think this is a back view. Yeah, this is looking at the sun. See these other lines moving? It's always turning towards the sun. It keeps its eye on the sun. So that's why you get an eclipse. Now, here's the Earth, and you can see the termination line. See this termination line? That's the day-night termination line. So the sun will be over here. And you can see, if you see the little yellow right here, you can see that too. Actually, I think I can blow that up. Maybe? No? Okay. It ain't going to let me blow that up. But anyway, that's what that is, guys. I know I talk about that a lot. I should show you guys these models a little bit better on this end of it because it does help people understand. So there you go on that one. I just wanted to make sure you guys had an understanding of that. So let's go back to the flare. Here's the flare. Okay, now this is the 131 angstrom, and it's ultraviolet light, extreme ultraviolet, and they do this so they can see specific gases. And what you're seeing there is an X-ray burst. That's a flare. Now, when you have the flares, you always wonder, is there a CME with it? Because there isn't always. They didn't really know that until after the Carrington event. Okay, they started studying that because they started noticing, hey, those are two different things. X-ray and plasma leaving the sun are two different things. They oftentimes happen at the same time or very much close to the same time, but they don't have to. Okay? So keep that in mind when you're thinking about these kinds of things. So as we're looking at this, right here's the flare here, and you're going to see, actually I'm going to zoom in. And anybody talking in the chat or whatever, again, I got my chat put away right now. So please understand that. I'm not ignoring anybody. If anybody's trying to talk to me here, I'll check on it in a few minutes here. But you can see right here, I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit more because I think it helps. Also, somebody gave me it's a legitimate criticism. Asked me why I wasn't prepared for my stream. I should prepare more. And it is a legitimate criticism. But I want people to understand this is not my job. I don't monetize this channel. I do this because I have a passion for it and I like to do it and I like to help people. Okay, that's why I do it. And I'm not saying that this channel will never ever be monetized because I just don't know. I can't predict the future. But I have no intentions at this point. Okay, knowing that, just understand, guys. I don't have a whole lot of time to prepare. Okay. I don't. I got a family. I got 3 kids, a wife. I have believe me, I got stuff going on. And also, they criticize my my use of the English language. And I know that I don't speak the perfect English, okay? I get that. But let me tell you something. I try to present this stuff in a manner that allows people to understand that you don't have to be a college graduate to understand what we're talking about here. Okay? I have a basic knowledge of space weather. I get things wrong sometimes. When I'm corrected, I come back and I tell you guys, hey, I screwed that up. So just understand that. And I want you guys to understand that. I'm not going to sit out here and try to, I guess, justify, because I'm, and please don't think of this as of a like saying I'm sorry type of thing, because I'm not sorry. I'm doing the best that I can, and I try to put it in a way that everybody can understand it. And this is a very, very difficult subject sometimes to get across in such a way. I could come out here and start throwing a bunch of word salad at you guys. I understand it when I'm reading it, and I can speak it that way. But I choose not to because I know that is not 99% of our population. So that's why I do it that way. And I know you weren't trying to offend me, but I have to be honest, that kind of did. And that's okay. It's a legitimate criticism. You might not have known that I have all that going on and everything. So That's why I said it. Anyway, so we got this going on here. And so you got the flare. And then you can kind of see the plasma, guys, rising up. Now, I know, again, it's hard to see because the sun's the background, right? And it's actually, it looks to have produced a solar tsunami. And we'll talk about this prominence up here in a minute, because this is kind of a big deal. That's a huge prominence, guys. It really is. That's a big one. I haven't seen one that big in quite some time, if I've ever seen one that big, honestly. I don't know that I have. I can't really remember one, but I'm not saying it didn't happen. But down here on the 94 angstrom, you can kind of see a little wave going through there. Now, the 171 here, you're going to be able to see it probably a little bit better. Because, again, what this is doing is it's looking at different gases. Okay? Now, remember, they can make this thing whatever color they want. 171 angstrom is not yellow. It's yellow because they assigned this program, this model, for it to be yellow. So as you can see, this one, you can kind of see it going across the surface of the sun there. And, I said a possible Earth-directed CME. I'm not sure if a whole lot of this left the sun. I couldn't really tell. So I'm not going to, say, hey, it's coming right at us and all that mess, right? Because it might not be. I simply just don't know at this point. Now on the 211 here, you're going to be able to see this wave a lot easier. Okay, so watch right here. We'll back this up. That little shake you see there, you know what that is? That's actually the satellite moving. Okay, when that satellite sometimes gets hit with space weather or whatever, it can get jarred. And a lot of times you'll see these little jarring motions, and then you'll see them do a calibration roll shortly thereafter, because they got to get back into position. So, anyway, they didn't do it that time, but a little jolt there. Now watch the flare. Okay, you see how you can see that better? See how the corona is really showing up here really well on this one? And what you'll see is it move from left to right, or right to left, I'm sorry. So right here, I'll back it up. You'll see the flare happen right here, and then it'll kind of go this way. Okay. See how it gets disrupted? It's moving all the way over here towards this hole. See that? When I go faster, you can kind of see the wave a little bit better. And so that's a solar tsunami. I mean, that's what that is. So now, whether or not a lot of that plasma left, I can't tell you. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. It does look, with that motion, but these things, when they explode out, it was right in front of the Earth. So if any of it did leave, it's probably got a good chance of hitting us. Is what I'm trying to say. Now, would it cause us a big issue? Probably not. We would probably see a low-level geomagnetic storm from it. It would not be anything to freak out about or anything like that, but it would be definitely worth talking about. Okay, so that's why I would say that. Now we'll look at this on the. I don't show you guys the 193 a whole lot. This is the one they choose to use over on NOAA. Right here, see this? I think it's the 195 here. This is the 195 angstrom. Again, they make it this color. Okay, they chose that color. But this is 195 angstrom from GOES. That's a different satellite that they use. Okay, this one here is SDO, and it's the 193. So it's very close to the same angstrom of gas. But watch this one. This one actually kind of shows it even almost better than the 211. See that? So again, I know it's not really all that photogenic and everything, but it does show you. Now I do find it interesting that this it blew off and it went straight towards that hole. That corona hole. It stopped right there too. It didn't look like the tsunami continued on past that. I found that really interesting. I'm not sure if there's any science behind that or not, But I did find that interesting. It's like it almost found another connection line back down to the surface, and it went there. It's almost what it looks like to me. But again, I could be wrong. I've not heard anybody else even say that, so I don't know if that's correct or not. But it sure looks like it's what it did. So, yeah. I mean, obviously I can use my eyeballs, but yeah, guys, my grandpa had a eye disease, and he went, he ended up being legally blind for like the last 20 years of his life, and yeah, I've been kind of struggling with that myself, guys. So I'm not sure if I have the same thing. Actually got an appointment and stuff. Hopefully I don't. I can tell you this, that my eyesight has really took a dive the past year. So I really can't, I haven't had perfect eyesight my whole life, but I've been, to the point where I have to wear reading glasses when I'm doing this stuff now. And I it just kind of scares me a little bit. But to be honest with you guys, that's really kind of part of my issue I've been having here lately, just so you guys know. That's just part of it. So any prayers I can get, guys, please, I'll take them. Good thoughts, love, whatever you guys do. I would really appreciate it. So anyway, this is the prominence I'm talking about that I showed you up here. See the difference? See how big that is? Right there? That's huge, guys. That's a big, long area. So if we look at it down here, you get the kind of the different view. See this? So let me zoom into this one, because this one really shows it pretty well as far as detailed. See that distance, guys? That's going behind the lens. I mean, that's a good distance, man. So let me do it this way. We'll take a look at this right here, and we'll watch how it kind of evolves here. See it doing its thing? You can even see that solar tsunami a little bit better when I did that too. Watch over here. Now remember, guys, the whole solar system is connected to the sun. You guys know that, right? I know I haven't said it in a while, but everything, including the satellites, is connected to the sun via electromagnetic field line. Okay, it's connected magnetically. Everything in the solar system. So, even like I said, the satellites, Earth, all that. And again, I want to say something here too. This has bothered me for a while, and I just have kind of just let it go. But I'm going to go ahead and say it, because, listen, matter of fact, I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to show you. How about that? It's better if I do that so you guys understand what I'm saying. And I'm not saying in no certain terms that an older model is any less accurate. Okay, I want to say that first and foremost. Okay, but we got to keep moving forward when technology gets better. If we don't, we get left behind and we'll just lose everything, right? And we got to keep it all in perspective, and we got to be skeptical. 100% skeptical. That is at the base of science. Nobody asks any questions unless there is some skepticism. We have to keep that in mind. So who's right, who's wrong, I'm not here to tell you that. I'm here to show you what I see and the information that I get, and I just present it. And you guys are so much smarter than a lot of you guys give yourselves credit for. I have to say that first and foremost. Sorry, guys, my mouth was kind of dry there. I had to take a drink of my Coke. But we get a lot of different models thrown at us, right? And when I first started looking at space weather at all, it really did. It hit me. I'm like, man, what am I looking at? Because there really wasn't anybody really explaining it to where I thought that I could understand it. And finally it did. I started watching everybody. I mean, every channel out there, whether they liked me, whether I liked them, it didn't matter. I was just trying to learn. And you'll still see that with me. That's how I run things. I don't care if they like me. I don't care if they think I'm an idiot. I'm not going to unsub from their channel just because they think I'm stupid. It doesn't mean that I am. It just means that that's their opinion of me. That's it. But what I will say here is, guys, we get a lot of different models thrown at us. You know, for instance, this one. This is a fairly new model. This is geoelectric model. This is not geomagnetism. They made this one specifically to try to help tie space weather into help predicting earthquakes. USGS. See the sign? I've been talking about this for about 2 or 3 months now. But this is one of the newer models, right? And even at this one, the one here on the right was here before the one on the left. See, 1D and 3D. They're still working on this one. Doesn't mean we don't trust this one. No. It just means when they get this one done over here on the left, it's probably going to be a better model. Right? I mean, doesn't it make sense? Because watch as I move this. See how you get the darker areas kind of show up better? What that is those are higher populated areas. They're able to show you where, because it's picking up that there are more artificial electrical components there. That's why this is like that. You don't see that over here on this one. Now, it doesn't mean that this one over here is wrong. It just means that this one here is being more specific. And it's better in that aspect. They're both still valid, right? So, as I move forward here, and you can see that, right? Now, they're still working on this one. So, yeah. I mean, and there's always going to be something being worked on every model you ever look at. I have to tell you that. I mean, that's just the truth of it. So, you know, when somebody says that something is whatever, look at it yourself, okay? So why I'm bringing this up is because I had people asking me, they've been asking me for a while, I just haven't really wanted to really talk about it because, yeah, people will get really strong opinions on things and they get upset or what have you. And that's okay. People are allowed to get upset and they're allowed to do this. But what I'm saying is this is a magnetopause model. This is the newer one. And what they're trying to show you here on this one is really, this is more representative of what our magnetosphere looks like than some of the older models. It doesn't mean that the older models you can't look at and that they're any less accurate, but they're different. Okay? Our magnetosphere and our magnetic connection lines are not thin lines. Okay? Remember me telling you guys you got to look at this kind of like a blanket? Like an Afghan, sometimes it gets holes in it, or a throw, or whatever you want to call it. That's what it really truly is. It's not specific lines. And even to speak to that, even if it was, those lines are going to be influenced by everything that's close to it, or even not, and they're not going to be straight and all this, right? So what I'm saying is that this model is definitely, you know, it's an updated version, in my opinion, to show you really what's going on. And it's just my opinion. And what am I comparing it to? That's probably your next question. Most of you guys probably already know this. But we'll go over here to the magnetosphere over here on ISWA. I'm not even sure if the model's even there anymore. They may have taken it away. Nope, there it is. I haven't looked at it in a while. This one. Okay? Does it mean that this thing is wrong? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when you look at your reality, this is not what your reality is. This isn't representing exactly what the conditions actually are. It's showing you some really good stuff here. Okay? But this one here, and it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree. Okay? I'm serious. This is more what purports to reality. So when I push play on this, I mean, compare the two. Right? I mean, would you not think that this is really more what it would look like when you get space weather coming from the sun from left to right? Or would you rather... And I'm not speaking bad about this model, because I think this model is very much accurate. Always has been. Okay? So I'm going to push just the movie tool here, and you see this? This is what you're getting here. Now, there's a couple differences here, guys. Obviously, the modeling's different because the animation's way different. Okay? And it does show you lines going everywhere and all this other stuff, right? But what I'm saying is that, first off, you're getting a capture about once every 2-3 minutes here, all over the place, right? That's why it's jerky. I'm being real here. I mean, that's what when you look at it, that's what you see. Does that look jerky? Why? Why doesn't this look jerky? Well, because this is actually what reality pretty much looks like. And if you look at the time frame you're looking at, this is giving you one capture every minute. This is still not like 60 frames a second. This is not a movie. This is still a time lapse. Okay? But understand that this is actually more representative of what it would be. You know, when you can look at the speed up here, it's showing you density here. This is showing you magnetic pressure. Now, with that being said, the benefits of this one, you can definitely see a lot easier when certain conditions are happening. I'm not saying this thing doesn't have benefits, and I'm not saying that this thing isn't accurate, because I really think it is. You know, why would we have a model that everybody looked at for 20-some years, and now all of a sudden it ain't relevant? No, we can't do that. This thing is still just as relevant as it ever was. It's just that we need to go here also. We need to look at both of them is what I'm saying. Okay? So just keep that in mind when you're looking at stuff, okay? There's so many different opinions on that specific point. I know I kind of went off subject here a little bit, but it was still space weather. And I wanted you guys to see that, right? So when you're looking at the magnetopause models, here's another one here. And this is an older one too. But this is actually closer to this. Okay? So that tells you that they were working on it even back then. They knew this. Right? They're trying to make it better. That's what we do. Just saying. I mean, and again, and I could show you both every video if you wanted me to, but I mean, I just don't think it's necessary. And if you guys want to see it, I'll show it to you. It's not a big deal. But anyway, back to what's going on now. Yeah, we had that solar prominence here. That tsunami. Let's go to, this is current space weather conditions, guys. This is over here at Discover. And again, guys, this is Discover. This isn't ACE. This is ACE. I used to show you guys this all the time, but guess what? That is more accurate. Not accurate. It's more up to date. It's more real time. Okay? That's all it is. It's just a different look. It's all the same data. So, I think maybe they use a little bit different data collection and stuff. The satellites or whatever they're using here. I can't remember exactly what satellites this one's using. But I could find out real quick here. Sometimes I forget what satellites they're using because they use so many different ones and they switch it a lot. Go 17's been being used a lot. That's one of the newer ones out there. I would assume that that's probably what they're using here mostly. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. And once I figure that out, I'll come to you and let you guys know. But here's your aurora forecast. I'm not even going to start these models up because there's nothing going on there, guys. Now here's seeds. Okay, this is space weather's. This is on LASCO C2 on the SOHO satellite observatory. It's about 1 million miles closer to the sun. And you guys can kind of see, watch this little faint halo right there. See that? I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if that is part of, because that eruption you see there, right there, happened at the same time as that flare and that eruption that I showed you guys. So I think that's the eruption. If it is, I'm going to pause it. You see this little halo right here? If it is, that means it's probably coming right at us, whatever left. because this is an occulter disc. This white line is the surface of the sun. This is an actual disc on the satellite. Blocks the corona of the sun, so we can even get a capture at all. All right. So as we're moving here, yeah. So just kind of keep that in mind. You know, if it did erupt off, and I can't say for sure that it did, but we'll find out tomorrow most likely, or in the next few hours. It'll be after the show's over. But as we're looking at this, just kind of keep that in mind, okay? It could be coming at us. Is it going to be a big deal? Most likely not. I would say no. But you know, it could be, I guess. I'm not going to go into that, but anyway, yeah, Ron's awesome. By the way, I was just checking on the chat here. Hurricane Heather, you're a mod over there, I think, right? Yeah. Thanks for coming over. Ron is awesome. Ron Tyler he's awesome, guys. I mean, his heart's there and he's doing some good work, guys. Go check it. Hey, Russell, what's up, bud? Thanks, man. Russell's got a channel too, guys. Guys, there's so many people here that have channels. And again, I'm not going to go through the whole shout out list. Hey, John. I wish I could, but people don't like it when I do. And I get it. So anyway, so here's the earthquakes. I'm not the earthquake guy. Ron is, obviously. Go check him out over at Emergency Management Associates. Hawkeye Man Dan T. Hey, what's up? Changed your screen name, didn't you? It's all good? All right. Anyway. There ain't no big earthquakes going on at the moment that I know of. Okay? So, I'll keep that on that end of it. Wrong one. Okay, so, again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time over here at spaceweather.com, guys. This is that solar prominence. I'm just going to show you this one capture here. I'm not going to read into this because I want you guys to go give them some love. Dr. Phillips, like I said, guys, does an awesome job over here. Paste that one. There you go. It's in the it's in the chat. There's a link to this webpage, and they've done such a great job. But look at this prominence, guys. It's awesome. But they're talking about Earth-directed flares. They're not even talking about that C7. I thought it was a C-8. I think I put it as a C-8 on my thumbnail. Anyway, I guess it was a C7. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it doesn't make a whole big bag of difference here, but yeah. They're talking about Earth-directed flares too, because we got that. This is rotating in. Okay, it's going to be facing us. Now, there's probably spots below these connection lines. Okay, they're calling this a solar prominence right now, but as it rotates in, we get a better look at it. My guess is that, lost my train of thought. Sorry. My guess is there's sunspots probably right underneath these things. They're at least active areas. But this is pretty impressive. Okay, something else I want to show you guys real quick too. Now, I show you guys this quite a bit, right? This is the near-Earth objects. This is they plot fireballs. There's 52 of them, right? That's quite a few. Now, I've seen about upwards of 200 or even close to 300, I think, once. But if we go up here and we back this up a day, because you can do that over here, guys. I'll show you how. You see this where it says August 4th? We're going to back that up a day and hit view and see, because it'll go back to what they had posted yesterday. All right. Oh, nope, it didn't. I got to go back another day. The day just switched over, I think. That's probably why. Okay, that's by the way, that's China's new space station they have up there. I'm not getting into that. If you guys have never heard of sprites, I would encourage you guys to go over here and read this article also. Sprites are awesome. They're very, they're akin to Aurora. Not the same thing, but close. But check this out. See this? Ain't that crazy looking? Yeah, yeah, Mary, I have. He's in my subscription list. Yeah, definitely. Yep. So, yeah, guys, again, check out my subscription list. If you guys want to see what I usually look at on the daily, hey, Ricky, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. I've seen you posted a video about your summer, or at least a minute or two of it. It's good to see you. Hey, is Ron in here? Hey, what's up, Ron? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. But anyway, guys, that's quite a bit of fireball action. And again, a lot of times when you start hearing like meteor showers, we had like 3 of them hitting us all at once. Hey, what's up, Adam? Or Dex? I'm not sure if it's Adam or Dex. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. You guys are awesome, man. You guys got to get over and check out Marfugal News. Marfugal TV also, their sister channel. Guys, you guys got to get over there and do that. If you guys, I know I'm probably speaking to the wall here because everybody knows. It's Adam. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, I appreciate you doing your little side gig, dude. I have to say that because that just shows who you are. You're willing to do that and still do what we're doing here. I'm telling you, man, that's dedication. So just understand that. You get a lot of respect from people when you do stuff like that, and that's the way you've always been. So just know I'm throwing a lot of respect at you for that, because I know running the YouTube channel, and I do the lifeboat channel also. Running all that, and I know you and Dex is working hard, just as hard as you are, and it takes a lot. And then to have to do other stuff on the side, just mad respect for all you guys and anybody else doing that. Ron's doing the same thing. I mean, there's so many people doing it, but man, if you don't run a YouTube channel, or if you never have, you'll never completely understand it until you get on there. Until you start doing that, you don't realize how much it takes. And you got to find Rip. Same thing. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Ripper. It's man, I tell you, I just got a lot of respect for people that step up for their families, even when they know it's just going to make them just tired. Simple as that. It's going to wear them out, and but they're still out here doing what we do, and and for us to sit here and have to deal with a lot of the hate and stuff we get, it really puts it in perspective, man. It really does. We're really trying to do the right thing, and we just need to leave the judgment. We need to leave the negativity and all that stuff at the door. We're not here for that. And, and Martha's, Adam and Dex are both a good, and so is Rip and everybody else I'm talking about here. Great examples of that. So, anyway, love all you guys. So, but yeah, we got this solar tsunami. And one more thing. Yeah, guys, my channel wouldn't be half as big as what it is if a quarter big if it wasn't for Adam and Dex. So just know that. A lot of people's helped me along the way. Scott over at Planet X News, he, listen, I started out, and we got this thing going, and it's just kind of taken off, and I'm doing this, and he's doing his thing, and everybody's doing their thing, and we're all just trying to do the best we can. So I have so much respect for a lot of people. I wish I could just, it's crazy. I'll say this too. Ain't not a one of us put a hug on each other or shake each other's hand, but yet we still feel that way about each other. That's something special. It really is. I run the channel over on the lifeboat with Tommy, and I've never met him in person. But the man's my brother. I can tell you that right now. And what I'm saying is that we meet people and they become, you don't think you could feel that way about somebody you've never actually physically seen in person, but you do. You really, truly do. And I didn't think I could ever feel like that, but I do. And I feel that way about a lot of you guys here. And it's not even like that. When we all say, like the Fugal fam and the Wages World family, the lifeboat crew and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to put just one word to explain it. There is such a respect and a love that's built between everybody that it takes a life of its own and it becomes something different and becomes something really special. And, and it's like-minded people that are here for the right reasons, that are here for love and positivity, but at the same time being real. We find each other. And that's what's happened. People talk about their community and this community and that community. Well, this community is pretty big. And this community is nothing but a big old ball of positivity and love. And that comes from everybody. Not just my channel, everybody. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So thanks to anybody that's ever helped me and anybody here that's doing anything. So anyway, enough of the sappy stuff. Sorry. It was at the end of the show, though. But, yeah, we had again, I'll show you guys the solar tsunami one more time here. And then, I'll go ahead and cut it off here. But, guys, again, I talked about the X100 flare. That is not fear-mongering, okay? That is just simple article, journal, highly studied, okay? In the next 30 years, there is a 70% chance that we will be hit with one of those. In the next century, next 100 years, there is a 99% chance of us getting hit with that X100 flare or bigger. Why would I not come out and tell you guys that? You see what I'm saying? So that right there, in my opinion, is like necessity information for people. And again, I have to say this, that information did not come from Joe Blow YouTuber. That came from a respected journal. Hey, Hilly, what's up, buddy? So just know that. I'm not pulling those, I don't pull stuff out of just the air. If I bring it to you, I show you the source, and there it is. Hey, Nita, what's up? And just like Adam does. Adam and Dex, they put everything, they list all their sources. Every video. And, and a lot of us do that. So just understand that. I didn't pull that out of the air. That's something that, yeah. Just saying. I just don't see how, and especially how I presented it yesterday. I even prefaced it by saying, I don't want people to fear this. I don't fear it. I don't fear stuff I can't control, guys. You guys shouldn't either. You should be aware of it and make your actions afterwards apply. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So please do that. And guys, also too, I am Tommy's partner over on the Lifeboat, and please come check us out over there. The description. We did a show tonight. We had some technical issues going on, but we still made it happen. And we won't be there tomorrow night, but we're going to be doing 5 nights a week instead of 7 like we were. It just got to be too much, and we need to stay fresh. So we talk about opiate recovery, or any recovery. I'm sorry, I shouldn't just say opiates. A lot of alcoholism, a lot of drug addiction. I showed some very stunning pictures tonight, guys. If you guys go over and check out this video, or the live stream we did, I showed a picture from Pennsylvania. It's a place called Kensington, and it's the largest open air heroin fentanyl market in the world. These people are selling stuff right in front of cops, okay? And it looks like a third world country. But anyway, I showed a photo of this poor. I didn't even want to show it. But I needed to, because people need to know that this is going on and what addiction can do. There's a woman sitting on the sidewalk, shooting up, not in her arm. She's got her breast out. She's shooting it right in her breast. Now, I didn't show any of the nakedness or anything like that, but that's what people do. And there's something called benzo dope going on right now, and people need to understand that that's benzos and opiates or fentanyl together. And these people shoot it up, and within 19 seconds, they are out. They're standing straight up, bent over at the waist, and they will stay like that for 2 hours. So, do yourself a favor. Go look at it for yourself. You don't have to go look at where I showed, but we show it over there, over on the Lifeboat channel. But just, if you have to, Google it. Okay? It's not hard to find, but it will shock you. Okay? Just want to say, and over there, we rally around people. Okay? The people are having issues, and that's what we do. And where did that come from? Well, it comes from this kind of community. Honestly, a lot of you guys that are over there are from here, and some from the Pepper community and just all around. But guys, listen, I just have a passion for that also because I am a recovering addict, right? And it just, it hits me right in the heart when I see people struggling. I've been in recovery now for going on 12 years now, and I've never relapsed. And you would not even think that was strange if you knew my wife, my kids, and my parents and my sister. You wouldn't even think it was weird. That's how he rallied around me. Okay, and I'm not going to go too much into my story or anything, but that's. I get emotional when I talk about it. I'm not going to go there. But, so we had all this stuff happen. Sorry I talked about this at the end of the stream. I wanted to keep it straight to the space weather, but anyway. Hey, Bubba News. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and cut it. Love all you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Go check out all the channels I was talking about, guys. Everybody's here. Anybody that's a mod here, please drop your links. The channels. Obviously most people know where Marf is at, but we're still going to, say it here because some people may not, and that's how we keep our community strong, supporting each other. So, anyway, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves. You could drink this Kool-Aid.